Hi everybody, welcome back to the next update for celebrity signings. These are autographs I received through TTM, through the mail, or some purchases that I've made. Predominantly when I make purchases, they are something like signed books, which we'll be looking at today, but the odd sort of random purchase here and there. But let's crack on, see what I've received since the last video update that I've done for you. So the first one is a purchase. This was a charity shop purchase, and it is a book, new book to the collection. Not a new autograph, but a new book, and it's signed by Matt Lucas, who is probably best known for things like Little Britain, Great British Bake Off, but to me he's Nardole from Doctor Who, in the Peter Capaldi run of Doctor Who. This is his signed book. I think I paid £2 for this from the charity shop, so I've met Matt in person, but this is a new book, but not a new autograph, as I say, but another Matt Lucas for the collection. Next up, another charity shop purchase. I'm not sure what I paid for this, probably £1 or £2. And I've just finished watching the film recently. I haven't read the book yet, but it's Bullet Train by Kotaro Asaka. And I found this signed copy by the author with it is like a book plate, so it's not signed in the book, it's a signed book plate, but that's fine. I really liked the film, so despite some controversies about whitewashing, etc. So I thought I'd get a copy of the book, and hopefully we'll read this over the summer. Next up, this was a bonkers purchase. I bought this from somebody who was selling it. It was a private purchase. They had a really plausible backstory for it. It's basically a copy of Long Way Down DVD, but signed by Ewan McGregor. The person's father had met him at a Highland Games in Scotland. You can see here, this is the autograph. So I took a punt on it. They were only asking some very small amount, I think about £7.50. They weren't a private collector. They just happened to have this and were selling it with some other items which weren't signed. So I took a punt on it for that price, and I paid an extra $10 for a Beckett quick authentication, and as you can see, it's come back as likely to pass full authentication. So I'm very pleased with that, particularly as his private signings are a few £100s. This is my second Ewan McGregor in my collection now. It's not a Star Wars item, but that's absolutely fine by me. I'm really pleased to add another Ewan McGregor to the collection. Another purchase here. This one was a sort of pre-order from Waterstones. I think pretty much anybody who's collecting autographs has got at least one or two copies of this or similar books in their collection at the moment, and it's Tom Hanks' most recent book, The Making of Another Major Motion Picture Masterpiece. I think the book itself has received lukewarm reviews, but I mean, it's Tom Hanks, Hollywood superstar Tom Hanks. So I had to get it, and you can see here, it's not one of the worst autographs I've seen. It's not one of his better ones either, but it's certainly not one of the worst ones I've seen. So happy to have this. I think this is my second signed Tom Hanks books now. I'm very unlikely I'm going to buy anything else in the future from him. But again, I think this was about £20. And how else do you get an autograph from Tom Hanks? So yeah, very happy to add this to the collection. Lots of books, as you can see here, in the collection this month. Another book. This was charity shop purchase. Again, done quite well recently with charity shop pickups. Probably a couple of pounds. And this is Nobby Stiles, who used to play for Manchester United legend, sadly passed away a couple of years ago. But this is his book, After the Ball. And you can see here it's signed in biro, to Jack, best wishes, Nobby Stiles. Again, it's personalised, but personalisations like this don't matter to me in the slightest, particularly when it's something that I really collect and something really dear to me, but also B, somebody who's passed away and it's unlikely I'm ever going to get anything from them again. So yeah, really happy to add this Nobby Stiles signed book to the collection. Okay, first TTM for a little while now, as you can see here. And this is a new addition to the Wicker Man collection. For those of you who've been in my videos before, you'll know I'm a huge fan of the original Wicker Man film with Edward Woodward and others. And I'm constantly looking around researching for people who've been in the film, because unfortunately the majority of people who were in the film have passed away because they were quite old when they made the film anyway, back in the 70s. So yeah, I found out that there was an actress who's quite a well-known actress now, particularly in Scotland, called Juliet Cadzo, and she'd been in the film, not as a major part. I think she was just one of the villagers in the film, but I dropped her a line and sent her some Wicker Man stuff, and you can see here she signed this Wicker Man poster, which is really cool, and this one as well. And then she's also written on the back of one of them, "To Carl with love and best wishes, Juliet Cazzo." So brand new addition there to the Wicker Man collection. So really happy with that. Next one, probably slightly controversial one here, I know, but I've been wanting to write to this person for a while, and he's probably best known formerly as Charles Bronson. Now he's known as Charles Salvador, and he is, as most papers point him out to be, UK's most notorious prisoner. Go and look him up. I won't give you his details of his background; it's quite extensive, but go look him up. His Wikipedia page is linked on my blog if you've got access to it. I've wanted to write to him for a while. He recently applied for parole and got rejected, so I decided to take a punt and write to him now. I sent him a picture, which he never signed in return, but what he did send me in return, which is brilliant, is this postcard. So this is the side, this is like the printed side of the postcard. And I think this is basically him painting him being born again, from moving from Charles Bronson to Charles Salvador. And then on the back of the postcard, he's written, "Carl, stay lucky, buddy. Remember, health and fitness is priceless." And he signed it Charles Salvador and drawn his little spider, but 2023. So yeah, really cool. Bit out of the ordinary for the stuff I collect normally, but I'm very happy to add this into the collection. Coming to the end now, and this was from a private seller. I got loads of background on this one as well. I know where it was signed. It was signed at an HMV signing. I've got details of the signing. I've found the signing online, etc., etc. So I know there's provenance behind it, which is great. And it is a early Martin Freeman autograph. Martin Freeman, best known from The Office and Sherlock and The Hobbit, he tends to sign with a bit of a squiggle these days. This was signed a good few years ago, probably about 15 years ago or so, when The Office, I believe the very first Office, this was when the first series came out on DVD, and he did a signing with Ricky Gervais and Lucy Davis, who was also in The Office. And he signed this Viva Rock Thunders. I know what that reference is. I won't go into it, but I know what that reference is. So this is a really nice example of his early autograph before he became big and just started signing with a squiggle. So I think I paid probably no more than a couple of pounds for this again. I'm so really happy with this autograph. Again, the private seller isn't an autograph collector. This just happened to be something that they were selling with other items. So made them an offer, and very happy they accepted it. Next up is a TTM return, and this is from Ian Glenn. I've not written to Ian before. I've seen loads of responses from him. Don't know why I never have. I love Game of Thrones, as you know, except for perhaps the last series. But so I decided to take a punt and just send to him because I haven't done it previously. I sent him 2 pictures of him as Jorah Mormont, his character, and he signed both of those. He hasn't personalised them, which is a shame. I would have been happy if he had, but never mind. So you can see this one here. He signed Ian Glenn. And then this one here as well, also Ian Glenn. So yeah, new addition for me, certainly, to the Game of Thrones collection. And finally, last one for this video is another return. I've decided to rewrite again after a few years to Jenny Agutter. Probably best known for American Werewolf in London, but she's been in The Avengers, Called Midwife, I believe, and lots of other stuff. So huge star. I sent her 2 photos. The reason I rewrote to her is because a couple of the pictures that I sent last time, she'd signed them, but they got smudged slightly. She'd signed them in a not particularly not great pen, and they smudged in the envelope. So I've sent her this one, which I just thought was a really nice sort of headshot type photo. And then I've also sent her this, which is like a poster for, it's the art of Rick Melton, actually, but this is his picture from American Werewolf in London. She signed it to Carl, Beware the Moon. All the best, Jenny Agutter. So really pleased with that. And that's it for this video. That's everything I've received up to this point. I will put a new video out as soon as I've filled the page with the next load of autographs to show you. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please comment below. I'd love to hear from people and see what they're collecting, what you think of my collection. Any questions you've got, please feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. And I'll see you very shortly for the next video. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.